So our goal here is to hold our breath for 1 minute for 5 minutes with one single breath in between each different breath hold. If you're not able to get to 1 minute, do not worry, we will build up to that with some even more basic breath hold techniques. But for now, I want you to just focus on having 5 consecutive breath holds with one breath in between each different breath hold. And what this is going to do is it is going to slowly allow your body to start experiencing that rise of CO2 levels in your body and in your lungs. And that rise of CO2 level is what we need in order to start training for our CO2 tolerance. So you are going to feel a lot of discomfort when you're going through this exercise. This is a basic version, but if you're not able to do it, do not worry. We will build you up to be able to do this in a very easy and fast way. So what you're going to do is you're going to find somewhere nice and comfortable to lie down, and then when you're lying down with a nice straight back, nice straight spine, you're going to relax as much as possible here. And for 10 to 20 seconds before we start with the exercise, you can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth and just completely relax as much as possible. We will then go into the exercise. We'll take a nice big breath in through the mouth and hold your breath for 1 minute. Your goal is to get to 1 minute. Obviously, you'll feel the different sensations of a breath hold going through your body as you're going through that first minute. Once we get to 1 minute, you exhale out through the mouth, then take a big breath in, and you go into the second breath hold. Then, once again, when you get to a minute, you exhale, big breath in, into the third breath hold, holding for a minute, exhaling, big breath in, holding for another minute. Once you get to that minute, you exhale, and then into the fifth and final breath hold, big breath in, holding your breath and trying to get to 1 minute. So you will notice that with each consecutive breath hold, it gets more and more challenging to hold your breath for 1 minute, and this is because you're going to experience a rise of CO2 in your body with each consecutive breath hold. And this is a good thing. This is exactly what we are training. The more that you do this and the more that you expose your body to that rising CO2 level and the more that you try and relax as that CO2 level rises, you're going to start developing that CO2 tolerance that we need to take your wave riding journey and overall ocean confidence to the next level. For some of you, this 1 breath per minute for 5 minutes will be really easy. For others, it will be really challenging. What is important is that you try it out and you just focus on having those consecutive breath holds with 1 breath in between each breath hold. So go and find yourself somewhere nice and comfortable to lie down and follow along with me in the demonstration.
Once you are lying down, relax as much as possible here, and for roughly 10 to 20 seconds, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth before you go into your first breath hold. Breathing in for your first breath hold. Start timing for the first minute. When you're going through these breath holds, it is important to try and identify the different sensations that come up in your body, all the different discomforts, and just try and get as comfortable as possible and relax as much as possible. As we approach the first minute mark, when you get to 1 minute, you are going to exhale completely and then take a big breath in through the mouth and go into your second breath hold. So here we go for our exhale, out through the mouth, big breath in through the mouth once again, and then into the second breath hold of 1 minute, relaxing as much as possible here and just familiarizing yourself with all those different discomforts and sensations that come up. As we approach the second minute, you're going to exhale once you get to a minute, exhaling out through the mouth once again, and then another big breath in through the mouth into your third minute of holding your breath. Exhaling completely, and nice big inhale in through the mouth, and holding your breath for another minute. You will notice that with each consecutive breath hold, it gets more and more challenging, and those feelings of discomfort will come on earlier in each different breath hold. And this is just the onset of carbon dioxide, which increases and comes on faster through each consecutive breath hold. And this is how you start developing your CO2 tolerance. And now into the fourth minute of holding your breath. And you will notice that in this fourth minute, it is going to be a lot more challenging than your first minute of holding your breath. And that rise of carbon dioxide, along with the urge to breathe and all the different carbon dioxide associated sensations that come up, will come on a lot faster. The more that you are able to relax into the breath hold and relax into these different sensations, you're going to start developing an iron strong CO2 tolerance, which is essential if you want to increase your overall surfing endurance, performance, and your ocean confidence. And then into the fifth and final breath hold we go for one more minute. And in this fifth and final minute, you just want to completely relax here as much as possible. Minimize the movement in your body. Any movement that you make is going to increase your heart rate, which will increase your oxygen consumption rate, and it will make that fifth and final breath hold much more challenging. So these are static breath holds. As I mentioned, these are a basic version of the breath holds that we're going to do in the course. When we start doing dynamic breath holds, that's when it gets really challenging. Once you get to that final minute, you can exhale out completely through the mouth and then go straight into recovery breathing by breathing in and out through the nose. Breathing in and out through the nose is a vital part of this exercise, and it will further increase your CO2 tolerance.